Hi, thanks for watching. I wanted to do a quick video to tell you about a concealer that I found that I am so in love with. It is amazing. I have tried so many concealers and I've had a lot of frustrations. Even with ones that I liked, I feel like there was always something that I didn't like about it, you know? And I got so frustrated that I decided that I'm actually gonna try one that is not natural. Like, you know, I usually stick with natural and I read the ingredients list thoroughly and stuff like that. And then when I went looking, I realized that there's actually quite a few concealers that, although they're not like super duper natural, made entirely of 100% organic stuff or anything, there is quite a few that have really good ingredient lists. Even though not everything in the ingredients is natural, they're all pretty safe ingredients. And I looked them up in the Skin Deep database. Actually, I looked up every single ingredient in this concealer on the Skin Deep database to see how they're all rated, and none of them were rated like super dangerous, like the red category they have for the, I don't know what number, it's 1 to 10, 10 being, you know, super dangerous, or 0 to 10, 0 being really safe, and then the top maybe like 8, 9, 10, or 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm not sure, but some of those top numbers are red, and so none of the ingredients were in that red most dangerous category with this concealer, and I think most of them were like in the low numbers. So I feel pretty safe. It doesn't have parabens in it. I feel pretty safe wearing this. I mean, I don't think there's anything super duper scary in here, so even though it's not natural, it works like 100 times better than any concealer that I had tried up until I tried this one. And I tried this one, and I tried a couple more from Sephora, which were also kind of good, but I ended up returning them because this one was just so much better, and I knew that I was gonna keep it, and I wasn't gonna use any other concealer except for this one now that I've tried it. So anyway, this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Concealer, which you probably noticed already. And this color is called Sand. And I'll go ahead and I'll swatch it for you. I don't know if that's going to be helpful to you or not, but it's just like a pale yellow toned concealer, which works really good with my skin tone, and it works really good for under eyes as well for me, having yellow tones in it. Oops. And what I love about this concealer is that it gives you really good opaque coverage without being thick or cakey. Most concealers that give you super coverage tend to be hard, like in the form of maybe like a stick or a pencil, or like in a little tub and you stick your finger in there and you pick it up. So they're pretty solid. So that's how they give you that good coverage, is that they're thick. And when you put it on, it ends up, you have like a thick layer. And sometimes, especially in like under eye area, it can look cakey really easily, especially if you have fine lines, you know, or just, you know, creases under here that form naturally. For me, everything will just go right into those creases and look really obvious. And this is the first concealer that doesn't do any of those things. I mean, if you look closely enough, especially like under eye area, as I just poked myself in the eye a little bit there, you'll be able to tell that you're wearing makeup. It's not like magical, but from a reasonable distance, you know, like I'm sitting here with you, it really doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup because it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't settle into lines, it doesn't melt away. That's another problem I have. It doesn't melt away like some concealers after a short amount of time. So it's really, really good. And I think it's like $21, $22, I want to say, right around that range. I can't remember exactly, I'm sorry. But you get this huge tube. It is 0.58 fluid ounces, which is so much bigger than a lot of concealers, especially ones that come in like the little tubs. Like, this is so much bigger. And that's the thing, is because it's liquidy like this and it's not solid, you do get that nice, like, thin, non-cakey layer, so it's perfect. But this stuff is so pigmented, so you get the coverage of the thicker concealers without it being a thick consistency. So that's what I love about it, is the way it looks, the way it covers, how natural, you know, it looks on my skin. And before I start repeating myself too much, I think it's great. Sorry, I keep saying If you're looking for a good concealer and you're willing to try a higher end, more expensive ones, I think Sephora will give you samples if you ask, so you can maybe take a little pod sample of it home to try if you want to. And I love buying things from Sephora because you can always return it even if you tried it and you didn't like it, even if you lost the receipt. So Sephora's return policy is amazing, especially after I tried returning something to Ulta and they gave me like the hardest time ever, and I wasn't even able to return the item because I lost my receipt and I had to call their like main office number for them to find my receipt. If you use your like Ulta card, it's linked to it. And anyway, so Sephora is not a pain like that, and you can just exchange and return things and it's really easy. So that's why I bought it from there. I'm not even sure if Ulta carries Kat Von D. I don't know. But anyways, now that I'm rambling about something completely irrelevant, I recommend this. I love it. I wanted to make a video sharing with you this concealer. I am wearing it today under my eyes. I have some blemishes covered with this as well. So it's awesome, and I'm just so glad I found it. And this huge tube is gonna last me for like ever. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.